gonna go Neon. I don't know why I have faith. I've seen mid Sand King fail. This is the game where mid Sand King finally does more than just Burrow Strike Epicenter. Maybe the build changes. Maybe something changes. I don't know. He gets a new ability. Yeah, Yopaj got. We'll have to see how he performs. Game number 1, Neon Execration.
Prepare for battle.
So what is swagger?
Craft is like you have this Earth Spirit that can make the space around the map. You have a Centaur that seems to be one of the top tier offlaners right now. Doesn't lose a lane, especially to Warlock Spectre. Like he should be able to free farm in that lane. Also, Death Prophet plus Oracle, a lot of synergy, and Raking. He does well against the Spectre. Just utility, but you can get a better offlaner for that if you're just looking for it. He's not the lane dominator, especially against Oracle, where like it gets purged off. So many things, like Living Armor is also dispellable. I want to see the top lane. I want to see how the top lane is gonna go. But then again, this is Spectre. We've seen what Spectre can do in the games. One of the best late game carries for sure.
Right. I guess my question is, are we sure that this XctN Trine is gonna take farm priority over play hard?
Looking at the item build from Mirana, this is the standard position for Mirana build.
Yeah.
4 branches, Blightstone, a lot of harassment, a lot of
the
stats.
arrow.
Yeah. No, because you don't need Quelling Blade. I guess that's why you're getting a bit confused. Like you don't see the Quelling Blade on Treant. He's not an off lane. You don't need a Quelling Blade. You have 92 base damage.
Highest base damage in the game. Still ahead of the Shadow Shaman. One day, Shadow Shaman will get that buff.
Yeah, 100. We need someone with 100.
Just get 100 attack damage real easy for the Shadow Shaman to pull that off. They go after Palos, who takes a decent chunk of damage in Nature's Grasp and the right clicks.
Like Palos would have been dead on the top lane. Arrow actually missed. Almost impossible to miss this arrow, but he found a way. Unfortunately, the camera was not showing it. Yopaj was, I do not want to embarrass him here. It's all good. I'll just watch the bottom lane. Yeah, because he had nowhere to run. There was like only one place where he could go. A lot of harassment. We'll see. You know, Treant Protector, 90 damage if the arrow connects. But Raid King is one of the best heroes that if the lane doesn't go well for him, he dies once. He's like, see ya guys, I'm off the jungle.
Going back into the jungle. Call me in about 15 minutes. I'll be there. And then he joins back in.
Yeah, you guys just do your own stuff. I'll be hitting some jungle creeps.
Okay, BDZ and...
Oh,
well. Oh, BDZ might...
No, good. It's all good.
survive. He's fine.
Warlock doesn't deal that much damage. He has an extra ring. Centaur going straight into Vanguard. Nothing wrong there. Perfectly balanced item at the moment, especially on a Centaur. Does not receive damage. Like, you're trying to gank this guy, you need to bring 3 heroes for sure. Yopaj on the mid lane doing well as expected. He put a point in a Caustic, and he understands I'm playing into range hero this time around, so no point in getting the Burrow Strike. It's also Death Prophet, so probably not gonna get a kill. So instead, he's just gonna farm up as that Sandstorm, as a bottle as well. We'll need to bring a Sentry Ward for both of them. Someone needs to buy it for them, because you do not want to invest gold, even though it's not that much gold right now. It's 50 gold, but still, you want to invest in something else. There is one Sentry, he places it down.
Now he'll have the vision in that Sandstorm. I'm very interested to see if Yopaj changes the build. But right now, boots, wand, blink, boots of travel. Typical 4,000 gold in mobility. Let's see where it goes from there. I've watched this story before.
I've seen it so many times, that's why I'm not convinced.
It's on rerun.
Every single time there is a mid sanking, I'm like, yeah, this is a lost game, but maybe this time around they prove me that I'm wrong.
this one time. Or maybe just open up enough space here for Natsumi where you can just be the burrow strike epicenter. Although it feels really bad when your mid is just those two things. Arrow finally hits on the Palos, but it's outside the Nature's Grasp. He's trying to survive here. Starstorm, Fortune's and leap forward, and they're right on top.
First blood.
They'll get the kill there onto Palos.
They might even get him.
Even hold for RR.
One more hit.
Into the tower, and
one more.
There's the arrow.
Sal, 6. I don't think it's worth it. I really don't think it's worth it to survive there.
Now sitting with no regen after this Tango runs out.
The Palos brought a healing salve before he TP'd, so he's going to be full HP. Okay. If he TP'd before, it would not be worth it, but now it's okay-ish.
But as of this moment, a 1K lead here for Neon, which is typical of what we're seeing from these Sand King drafts. They get ahead about 4,000 or 5,000. Sand King's got his blink, his boots of travel, and then they fight somewhere along the map, and that fight doesn't go well, and Sand King basically doesn't make much progress after that.
It seems like both of us are on the same page about the mid Sand King, what he does.
You made me the president of the club. I'm the vice president right now. I can't. I'm trying. And then,
at least this time around, you know, there is this super late game carry called Spectre. Your offlane also doesn't scale. Like, Return Protector doesn't scale with items. He's still not gonna be able to, you know, have Mask of Madness AC just right-click people down. It's not happening.
Echo Saber.
Yeah, exactly.
Although, I would love to see some weird build here on Tree.
Phase Boots, it's already weird. So has that extra movement speed, keeps harassing this Wraith King, who's struggling. He's 19 CS.
Yes, Tree at 23 and 11. Easy denies when you right-click so hard. CS is just simple for him. You know, Palos, he hasn't been backed off into the jungle just yet. We said Wraith Kings can do that. Make it easy. Skeletons, back off. Farm as much as you can. Maybe stay out of the lane. Although I wonder if they're worried at what a free farm Treant's going to be like.
I think you're more worried about Spectre.
Yeah.
That Prophet on a mid lane is doing okay. I want to see what the build is going to be. Yowie going for Yule Scepter. I also wouldn't mind
Radiant
seeing a hood, because most of their damage
Dire's
is magical.
middle tower is under attack.
So it could potentially be a really good pickup.
Spectral Dagger. Fatal Bonds, they've got the Hoof Stomp to stun up Natsumi. Still trying to get the kill. The triple leap, play hard, missing the arrow, but they'll get the kill regardless.
It was a good arrow. You know, even though it missed, people are probably laughing at it. It was a zoning arrow that, like, he shoots it more to the north. So he needs to go back, and then Spectre can potentially get a kill on it. Because if he uses it straight away, he can just run top and potentially get out of the trouble without dying. So it was a good arrow.
Yeah, while zoning is usually known as a meme, it brought him right back into the hands of Neon, so it worked out. Look at this damage on a Palos. And CTM, he's just running under the tower.
Thank you, my beauties.
He's going Meteor Hammer now. I expect he'll get that Meteor Hammer, that tower won't move long afterwards. That's the thing we used to see with Treants too, is like, if you commit to taking a tower, you have to kill it. Otherwise, you have to do it again.
Exactly, but this is an off-lane Treant, so maybe around, like, once you get level 8, level 9, you'll have a point in the living armor, because you want to go greedy with this hero. He's steeping bottom, has overgrowth ready. It's a good counter to Centaur. The Centaur stampede, they can't run away. He TP'd bottom, they need to get something out of this. They have 4 heroes here. Arrow. Oh, he rolls in.
Actually hits the Earth Spirit, so BDZ, he'll fall. He used the Exorcism, they try to chase CTM, he's got the heal from the Warlock. They're fighting into Yowie into the Exorcism because they've already got the Blade now.
I think he did it on purpose. block the arrow, save the Centaur, understands what the combo is gonna be.
Get down, Mr. President.
Radiant's top tower
Blink
is
Dagger
under
done on
attack.
Sanking, 8 minutes in.
So
Has Regen Rune, Blink Dagger, Epicenter also available.
I can make this this even more of a dangerous combo. Burrow Strike Arrow. Just the lockdown starts to become a nuisance.
Uses the smoke on himself. Wants to get a big target. So this ward's not gonna scout him out. Yeah, this Centaur is pretty dead.
Constitutes as a quick boss. That's a quick boss.
This was a quick boss for sure.
I knew. I knew the entire time. Never doubt. I feel like that's a really good. So sometimes I think of like in-game names. If I was like a big Dota player, which I'm
Radiant's
not, and
middle
never will
tower
be.
is under
But
attack.
like I feel like Never in Doubt would be a cool name.
It sounds like someone from a Chinese scene. You know,
Yeah.
someone that plays for
There's nothing to
Eco.
say. Yeah. The three-word names. White Album, Never in Doubt.
What about CTM? What does that stand for?
Can't touch me.
What about in this? What about in this game? He's going Meteor Hammer, so M stands for Meteor.
Control the meteors?
Can't sign Meteor if he uses the Meteor Hammer.
They've also just gone over the Titan. That's locking up the Oracle as well as the Centaur. They're going to kill Nico as well as RR. Older smash from BDZ, keeping them at bay.
So to go back to the name, we're gonna stay with Can't Time Meteor if he misuses it. Is that okay?
Yes.
Radiant's
But
middle
if
tower
he hits
is
it,
under
he's
attack.
controlling the
Regeneration!
CTN. That's the word.
Sounds good.
Radiant's
All right.
top tower
They
is
found a
under
way.
attack.
We got there.
So 2 kills, still 0 on board for Execration. They still need to find an opening. I think they're just gonna play this for a bit of a late game. That's why Raid King decided to go for
Yoi
Midas.
No, all right, blink away from Yopaj. Arrow just does that. It's one of those fake hype abilities. Whenever you see an arrow, it can be super hype.
Dire structures are fortified.
They need to be careful. Burrow Strike comes in again, and there comes the chaotic offering from John Well. They get the kill to Yoi. They'll go over BDC. He's trying to roll out, and they can't get in front of him. They blow up the Death Prophet. John Well getting to level 6, so
Dire's middle
has that
tower
golem
is
and
under
uses it
attack.
immediately. Burrow Strike out of the back. They do catch themselves in Earth Spirit, and he's unable to roll away.
You had no
Play
place
hard.
here.
Now make it 7-0. RR stuck in the trees. Burrow Strike again, make it 8-0.
Very aggressive moves here from Neon, but Execration kind of handled it to them. They're like, we have this Exorcism, which is level 1. Let's try to make stuff happen. Playing into Rock, Warlock was level 6. Playing into Overgrowth, which was not even used in that fight. So, like, Sanking and Mirana, they're just gonna play together, set things up for arrows. Top lane, 1-4-2 build. That means he has 1 point saved for Reincarnation, gets it right away.
Burrow Strike comes in, and here come the TPs. Right, Kuksana not Sumi, he's doing like Shadow. They stop the TP up, but he wants to die then. And yeah, he just want to grab the Warlock. The silence is going to be on exactly available. They look over, play hard. They're lining up for a Burrow Strike on all 4, but he doesn't want to do it.
So they get 2 big kills just for Reincarnation. They bring everyone, however, so the mid lane, Yopaj is gonna TP bottom lane, Centaur.
Radiant's bottom
Takes the tower with
has
that hook
fallen.
stomp, and then the right click on the tower. All right. Sound of the
Radiant's
Warlock.
top tower has fallen.
Damage there. All right.
Radiant are scanning.
Yo, he's got a kill. All of a sudden, Execration, they go from 0
Radiant's
to 3.
turret has been
CTN. Hammering it out.
Oh, this is a tough kill
Center,
to get.
Nico. It's in the nature's
I mean,
grasp.
he
Look
doesn't
how
have
slow
boots,
he
so
is.
eventually he's just gonna drop, but it's gonna take a bit more time than if they try to gank a normal hero. Does not have boots, but has that hood, has a Vanguard. Pretty standard build coming up from this Centaur this time around. Boots, and then into Blink Dagger to be able to initiate. Dead Prophet, Yoi, he did not want to get a hood. Instead, went for Yule's Scepter. So that means like his second item needs to be a BKB. There's Pretty much everything is magical damage. There's going to be another form of dispelling the overgrowth, dispelling the fatal bonds. Then check the Warlock's build. Few points in Shadow Word, 3 points in fatal bonds because you have a Sanking, you have a Spectre. I like that way more.
He's hoping he gets that Philosopher's Stone.
Shard is really good because you get the extra slow or you get the extra move speed when you with allies.
They're late. Stampede, they're looking for Yopaj. They've got everybody here to try and make this happen. And the silence, ooh, that's 2 on a CTM. He doesn't have the mana right now for the overgrowth, so they get the kill on Aura. They'll end up treating Yopaj. They look over BDZ to get themselves at least 2. There's the Chaotic Offering. Play hard with an arrow that almost hits on Yoi. Doesn't save Natsumi. He's dead as well. Going under the tower, silence onto the Mirana. Spirit Siphon doing a lot of damage here on the play hard. Yoi doesn't want to dive too deep. Take out both the 1 and 2 on Neon.
Nicely done by Execration. Like, they once again have the exorcism, they group around while breaking. He's farming. He has that Hand of Midas. We'll have Radiance in the next, my guess is like 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, if he doesn't die.
Farming really well. Top of the net worth. Do you like this build going Midas? And then he went back phase in a release. Looking for the epicenter. Brutal strike on a Yoi, Nature's Grasp. And that's a Nature's Grasp that, again, is semi-zoning. Go back towards your base, you get slowed up, you take the damage as well. Nico with the hoof stomp, maybe keeping himself alive. Another brutal trick to patch up. Overrun on 3. And now the Starstorm. Nico's still not taking any damage, though.
3 position 3 with the 3-man overgrowth, not bad.
Burrow strike again. That hits on the Earth Spirit. Wraith Fire Blast is avoided.
Everyone has fatal bond. They need to be careful. Like, they would love to reinitiate possibly with a Sanking, but unfortunately his Blink Dagger is on cooldown. You need to be super careful about the fatal bonds. Now it's maxed out. And he's also going Veil just to amplify that
Radiant's
damage.
middle tower is under attack.
Oh, he's doing something a little bit different. Whether it be a 5-position troll, playing a little bit more different on the item builds here, going for a Veil on the Warlock. I'd love to see 5-position. When he played it last season, it was fun.
I don't think it's happening this time around because mana cost on the Axis got increased. Nico sieging the tower, pretending to be AFK with the Retaliate.
Silence roll coming through. CTM, he doesn't have the overgrowth, but he does have the Meteor Hammer. If they have an opportunity to land it, Yopaj looking for an opportunity to maybe blink Burrow strike. He doesn't have Epicenter either to work with. Blink Burrow comes through. Exorcism used by Yoi as well as the Stampede. They're going to try and turn this on a Neon. The arrow doesn't land on the Yoi. They've got the hook stop. Yopaj nice knockout. Meteor Hammer comes in for 2. Hits BDZ as well as Yoi, but just does not do enough damage, and play hard just getting away. The wise thing here for Neon, at least, is that Natsumi didn't join that fight.
Yeah, he's gonna get the top tower. Didn't get the last hit, but is still good. He also has level 2 ulti right now. Oracle, it's very hard for Oracle to play Dota against Spectre because you know you're gonna get jumped. Like, he's gonna press that button, jump on you, and either kill you or force you to use ulti on yourself, possibly. He's going for a Blink Dagger.
He's doing a decent amount of damage to Nico,
Radiant are scanning.
but nothing really to write home about. Who almost has his Blink Dagger. Nico definitely be a big initiator. They can use that with the roll.
I was talking about RR. He's also going for the Blink Dagger. Might be a bit tricky with everything they have, especially Spectre. Maybe like a Glimmer Cape, where you're forcing him to buy a Dust. And a lot of magical damage from OB.Neon. I don't think you're gonna be able to just blink out, because Spectre will jump you.
Once you get haunted, that might be it. Comparing the two, CTM to Nico. 3 kills for CTM. 0 deaths, 8 assists. A little lacking on the last hits, but he's got a lot of denies, and his net worth is just about even with Nico overall.
Radiance will be done in 600, and this is where Execration will want to take a fight. They have Reincarnation level 2. Yopaj is fake pumping it.
Hope Stomp misses Burrow Strike as well as the arrow. But he's quite tanky.
Yopaj even blinks in and takes that illusion rune. A lot of value from it this time around, because you can dispel the silences from the Dead Prophet, dispel the silence from the Earth Spirit. Not bad also Root if it's used on you from Oracle.
Dire are
So
scanning.
how are we looking at? Is that a Radiance? Yes, it is. Now it's time to strike.
Yopaj going full staff. Burrow Strike hits. Pals in trouble. It just beats the radius. They've got the sound back away. He's going to be hurting the crew. Magma Touch is going to be placed down on all the two. They've got the chaotic offering the on a 5. Goes to follow it up with Fatal Box. This is going to be enough damage. They look over at BDZ. Can they get the kill at least under your spirit? He rolls away. They've got a false pop on a Palace on a second life with the epicenter. Uses the Burrow Strike coming through. Fatal Box. Yowie! Fortune's End up in the air via the Yules. Yowie finally falls. BDZ is dead. They'll go after Nico, who's focusing his attention on CTM. Now he's surrounded.
He's trying to keep you out, but yeah, not gonna be successful. I think Neon, they saw Raid King use Moonlight Shadow. They noticed that he doesn't have Radiance. Radiance just got delivered by the Courier, but they take him away so quickly. They take him out so quickly. He's dead in a couple of seconds. And once he respawns, he still had that ulti from Oracle, but it just wasn't enough. Like, he doesn't feel comfortable playing that aggressive with no reincarnation available. Still, in terms of net worth, game pretty even, but this is a big W here for OB.Neon. And now with the Spectre Manta style, they have enough damage because Desolate works with the illusion. Spectre will pick it up. So now Manta plus a Blade Mail. A lot of overtime uncontrollable damage like Radiance, Ghosts from Dead Prophet, Magnetized from the Earth Spirit. So a lot of value from the Blade Mail. We've seen one Spectre yesterday not going for the Blade Mail. I think it's a must-have item. It's just too good to pass on.
Yeah, so Blade Mail, Manta getting finished thanks to that fight in the jungle. I'm worried about now 4-stat for Yopaj. I don't hate the item. I understand you want to get away from these heroes or have that extra length in initiation. But again, it's now 3 items for mobility. And you know, I don't know, maybe I'm just too big of a
like he needs a defensive item. Either it's a Yule Scepter, BKB, or a 4-staff.
Right.
With the 4-staff, he can take care of people who are not in the trouble. Oh, Centaur.
As he blinked in, got hit with that arrow. Am I just too tunnel visioned on Axe for Sand King? I'm just not seeing anything else, or I'm not happy with anything else, because I don't want to like be negative Nancy.
Because you've really been when talking about the Sand King.
It's not Yopaj, it's just the Sand King. It's the hero.
Oh, there you go. Your prayers are answered.
My lust for Ags is satiated. I'm still looking at the Treant. Wondering, you know, does it just feel like a glorified 4 with Glimmer Cape, Hood?
I think I've seen this once or twice where someone went both Hood and the Glimmer Cape.
Can you even wear both at the same time?
Treant is a big guy.
Glimmer's a cape, Hood. It also has kind of like that.
Have you ever tried as a kid, you know, wearing 5 layers
all
of
your
clothing?
clothing?
Yeah, just try to fit all in, and then you're overheating.
And all of a sudden, mom's working on dinner. Oh, I need help! I can't take off any of the shirts! Because you had 12 shirts on.
I think pretty much everyone did that.
Dire's top tower
do it
is
once.
under attack.
And you always finish it off with like the raincoat, because that always has like the cape.
Yeah, but your
features.
dad's raincoat, because like you
the only
can't
thing.
fit your
Yeah.
own, considering how much clothes you have on yourself at the time.
Glad I'm not the only one who ever did that. Moonlight Shadow used here by OB.Neon. Placing some deep vision where they can.
Radiant
They got to
are
scan
scanning.
out on a Palos. It'll be a big target to get. Got the reincarnation. Ooh, they might find him. He's trying to TP out, and he's gone. They missed him.
Nicely done. He
Dire
actually has a
are
very
scanning.
nice read what was going on. TPs to the tier 2 tower, continues to farm. They're using scan. They know something's cooking. They were just not aware where they are, but yeah. That was super close.
Yeah.
Because they just scanned in the triangle to see what was going on. Follows. He's back in the triangle. He would love to have that level 3 reincarnation before the next fight after finishing SNY.
Reads the map really well. Spectral Dagger. Link to the top, roll, magnetize all heroes. Will pop the blade now when they go to the Stampede. They'll find themselves Yopaj. Natsumi's in all alone now.
Perfect spell casting once again coming out from Execration. Like they're not overlapping any of the stuns, any of the silences. Arrow will not hit anything. Play hard, 3 leap charges, but still gonna connect.
It's still gonna connect. It brings him far back though. BDZ with the roll away. They've got the silence out of the Spectre once again. Palos just running up on the high ground. No fear.
Nobody's down.
Still working with this Aegis for another 43 seconds. They could time it right on Execrate.
They could. You could also be a pro player, but you know, you're not.
Will I ever be?
Well, you never know. Like, if you keep watching the top tier Dota, then suddenly, you know, you get yourself a good gaming chair, something very comfortable, you know.
Boost my account or something like that?
Nah. You have to grind it yourself.
Myself. Epicenter. Top Palace and Arms here to help. Pushes in, they'll use the Haunt, the arrow nowhere close. They'll go after the Oracle. He'll false promise himself. Save is now gone. Overgrowth as well as the Burrows, but they already use Meteor. Center.
Four-man Meteor.
They got the Chaotic Offering with it. Dog is being caught by Yogi. Nico on the run. He's trying to get out of this one, but the Spirit Vessel's on him. It might take him out as he runs away. And Natsumi, he ends up dead. This goes really poorly for Neon now, even though everything kind of came down on Execration all at once. Play hard, he's gone. 2 heroes down the side of Neon. XctN trying to run. The deep seed out. Yopaj here. Burrow Strike hits on a Palos. Beetleborns once again. Blink Hook.
They just don't have enough damage at the moment.
Yopaj moves up, roll in, he'll be dead. It's just a matter of time.
Oh, he almost got a kill. Like, if he potentially hits Earth Spirit, maybe a Sandstorm, they need to have a lot of dust, because there is Mirana ulti, a Sandstorm, a Glimmer Cape, a lot of stuff that they need to reveal. So it was like, we're gonna see that again. I believe it actually connected in all 4 with the meteor. This is why I don't like the Blink Dagger on Oracle, because you're still gonna be, you know, targeted by Spectre. Spectre has pretty much one job after using the Haunt, and then he forces him to use the ulti on himself, something that he does not want to do, but will do it if in danger.
The Chaotic Offering was over to the side. Like, if it was, I feel like if it was placed down right in the middle of where that Meteor Hammer hit, they probably turned that a little bit more.
Potentially, yeah.
But it was off and, like, only hit Yoi. So 2K lead for Execration. They've almost got the Scotty on the Stampede to try and chase Vision down as well. Seems like they could take care of Natsumi pretty easily though, especially without that Aegis.
Unfortunately for you, there will be no Aghanim Scepter at least yet on Sanking. Just a bit of status resistance coming out from Sanj, going into Kaya.
It's looking spicy.
I can see you from up here. Vika, shaking your head, quite disappointed.
Just heartbroken.
I wouldn't mind seeing Centaur upgrading the hood into pipe after finishing this Ags. I love the Ags idea, where you just reduce the damage by 40%. So that's quite a lot, and also 1 extra second duration.
He's getting an axe. He's happy about that. Breaker, Titan Sliver. 2 good items in the neutral drop for the Dire. They also have the Psychic Headband.
on Oracle on top of the Blink Dagger. But once again, like your Blink Dagger is gonna get cancelled by the Haunt, so not too much value coming out from that item. They have the Spirit Vessel, which is great against those heals that they got. The Warlock picked up the Shard.
Moonlight Shadow, Blink pushed out that Q lands on it 2, and now they're gonna go to the Haunt. Chaos Offer comes down to 3. Fatalbox is there, but look at how far in Playhard is. He's already dead with the BKB pop by Yoey. Continue to move forward with the Exorcism. They slow up Palos. The Golem's gone. Let's see if they go for anything more.
Just one kill. Exorcism still up and running. It's a level 3 Exorcism, so potentially they could deal some damage and even take the mid tier 2 tower. There's a Living Armor coming up from the Treant Protector. Now let's drop it a bit low here.
And it's grabs right on top of him. Fuchin's in, and a little bit of a heal. Palos is okay. Strike out of Yoey, doesn't have that BKB to work with. He puts on that lens on the sanction with the gun themselves. The Overgrowth can get the first knock out of the hand. Palos is the end. Meteor hammer down. Lands on a Nico, but he's so tanky. He's not dying. Yeah, that is the precise word. Yeah, Yoey now, epicenter right on top of him. Nico, Yoey, they'll both fall on Execration. It took a lot to get a kill on the Centaur.
They needed to fall back, but the chase potential from OB.Neon is really strong with the leaps, with the Burrow Strike. Like, he can close the gap very easily with the Force Staff plus the Blink Dagger, potentially TP with the boost of travel. Second Roshan is up, so that means Cheese Aegis plus a Shard is available. Surprised they didn't go inside the pit. But that Prophet, she does not want to buy back without the Exorcism. 40 seconds. They still have some time. They can take this to tier 2 tower.
Has fallen.
Can't scout things out in the Roche pit with the courier anymore, so someone needs to be there.
They can
But a lot of time wasted.
Yeah, and if they can get their hands on the Aegis as well as Cheese and Shard, that would feel really good. But Natsumi's over here in the jungle. He's farming over the Ancients. Feels like a missed opportunity for sure. Could have given the Sand King the best shard in the game.
Oh yeah. Just random epicenters.
The Wraith Fire Blast.
And now they can go inside the pit. Marana, she bought everything. Like, she spent all her gold. Solarka's done. Spirit Vessel done. So no buyback. Like, Marana's a big part of their combo when they initiate with either Overgrowth or a Burrow Strike into Arrow. I want to see who's going to pick up that Shard if they get it on side of Execration. I would not mind seeing either a Centaur. That Prophet Shard is also very good, where you have a Fear for 2 seconds if there is Spirit Siphon for 4.
Chaotic Offering's up, so they can make a move on this. That's the right move, though, coming in, and they're going to go with this. Chaotic Offering comes down, they do the Stampede, and they get these kills here on the side of Execration. They got Marana up in a second, they'll buy back on the Warlock. The BKB's getting caught by Palos, Yoey taking a lot of damage, and now Palos, he's quite low here. Yoey dropping his first life. Yoey gone, and now Palos, he's surrounded, epicenter with a Burrow Strike, down he goes.
This is big. Like, they buy back on John. He managed to get the Fatal Bonds once again on every single hero, plus drops a rock. They need to be able to jump him. Like, they need to jump Warlock and try to kill him before he gets anything off. Now Spectre picks up Cheese Aegis, and she gets the Shard. So whoever damaged you in the last 8 seconds, you can jump on top of him with the Dispersion.
Yopaj. Almost 2,000 gold.
I think they misplayed that a bit, you know. What the Excretion can do there is, we're gonna see the fight again probably, where Earth Spirit rolls in and tries to make stuff happen, scout them out. The rest of the team could have just taken the Roche, get that Cheese, get that Aegis, and Earth Spirit can still have buyback. He just wanted to keep them busy. I don't think everyone was on the same page what needs to be done.
Hit with Burrow Strike, Arrow comes in. Not taking that much damage. The guys, the Glimmer Chain Blink first stop, landing, top, magnetic grip, silence on the same thing as well as the Spectre. They use the Stampede for the Burrow Strike hits, and now they've got the Fatal Bond. Up to the end of this with the BKB by Yoey. Magnetized down, BDZ getting low. Nature's Grasp is down as well as you have Keeble, so So Yoey, your movement speed is basically non-existing. Epicenter right on top. They're trying to get the kill out of the Death Prophet. They'll land the Meteor Hammer, and eventually Yoey will fall. Palos trying to fight into this, but you no longer have a Death Prophet. You don't have Exorcism to work with, and the damage coming out on the Wraith King is just too much. Take out Palos, and it's supposed to be launching. Palos trying on a multi-Oracle as well as the Earth Spirit, but Playhard jumps in too far.
They use one buyback. It's a Yoey. Can they get something more out of this? Everyone's full HP on the side of Neon. Like this AoE Shadow Word before going in, and the -5 second Shadow Word cooldown with level 15 talent. It just feels so good. Spirit Vessel from Mirana doing so much, like reducing the heal. Centaur's tanky, not as tanky as he thinks. Wraith King will not be able to lifesteal as much. Same goes for Death Prophet with the Spirit Siphon, Oracle as well. Like just a great pickup on Mirana.
Yoey not able to move out of the upheaval. They also have the overgrowth. Epicenter right on top. I think it's 4-step away from the Death Prophet for a second. He accidentally did that himself, but Yoey still doesn't survive. And you watch Palos as he's trying to fight this. Feels impossible. The only mistake is Playhard jumping in a little bit too far. Yeah. Gets focused, Wraith Fire Blast. Kill very quick.
So if this game lasts for another few minutes mid lane, Arrow misses. He still might be in trouble.
Yeah, Spirit Vessel on him. He's able to roll away. Forced to use that Magnetize though.
700 gold away from that Aghanim Scepter on Sanking. You know, Yopaj, he had amazing time this game. You know, landed multiple man burrow strikes. Mirana played well with him. Follow it up with an arrow. Just their team fight is super strong with the Fatal Bond, Overgrowth. They have their BKBs, but those are 6-second BKBs right now.
Over on the Palos, Upheaval as well as an Intruder's Grasp. Jumping now to the Oracle.
Oh, this is a big kill. They need to take it down.
Warlock, they get the kill on the shot low, but they end up losing RR. Now the Bullet Strippers lose the Epicenter right on top of Yellow. BKB. Sighted Overgrowth coming through, duels up into the air. Meteor Hammer trying to drop it down. Gonna hit multiple heroes. It's gonna land on a BDZ. They get the kill on the Earth Spirit. He's gonna be dead for 78 seconds with no buyback. Yoey now, no BKB.
Just going ham.
And yeah, with the right clicks coming out from Natsumi, there's no chance he survives.
It's too much. Like, they can't focus down the Spectre. She has Aegis still up and running for another 50 seconds. They didn't lose any barracks right now, so that's a good thing. But very big lead right now. I like how they use the Centaur ulti, and Wraith understands I can go over the cliff, find that Warlock, which used the buyback in the previous fight, so can't come into this one. Oracle does not get the ulti off. Now finally has that Glimmer Cape, and also going into Ghost Scepter. I think Ghost Scepter Glimmer Cape would have been a much better choice other than the Blink Dagger, because you can't get it off, especially against Spectre. Now with the Abyssal Blade, you're just gonna get jumped immediately. Aegis reclaimed in 20. Can they time it?
Meteor Hammer lands on both racks, and they've also got the Nature's Grasp in between. Wraith Fire Blast thrown over on the Natsumi. They just don't have the numbers, I would say, to even time this Aegis right and take it out immediately.
I didn't say they need to kill her, I just said, can they time it? They probably can. Aegis reclaimed.
Good time. I like that. Fire Blast coming in, as well as the roll, but the roll's going to go back, like the drop down the backside onto Playhard, as well as Yopaj goes in with Burrow Strike. That lands on a dekill, but now he's by himself. Fortune's in and just read it down by Palos. He also kills XctN. Double kill here right now for the Wraith King. Playhard. They've got the Josh, Moonlight Shadow are not here in the vision of concentration. No more leaps. The right clicks in. Should be another kill. RR steals it. Kill steal right there with the purifying flames.
You know, just to secure the kill. But Earth Spirit, I think he missed the roll. He tried to go on Spectre and accidentally finds Mirana, because they had no vision there whatsoever.
Radiant are
now, ranking level 24 has Silver Edge available, so that's gonna be break mechanic against Spectre. I don't think you can just go in and the Silver Edge Spectre bring her down from 100 to 0, but you can like use it second time potentially after you kill 1 or 2 heroes and still
Radiant's middle tower
be able
is
to
under
break her and
attack.
kill her. She's also level 25, so plus 5% of dispersion.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Dead Prophet, she found a really good item for herself. Spell Prism still top tier 4 item.
Yeah, for sure. 25-20, big lead here for Neon.
Timeless Relic
This relic in a flicker.
on Sanking, which is really nice. A lot of spell amp coming out from it.
Radiant's
Also,
top tower is under
16%
attack.
with Kaya and Sanj. Wants to get off Green Core, lowering the cooldown of his abilities, most likely just a Burrow Strike. He also has -2 seconds
Dire are scanning.
talent on level 20. Wants to use it more frequently.
Sword. Timeless relic for the Dire as well. That's put of the Centaur.
Like, Lotus Orb is really good. Centaur wants to buy hard. They don't have a single Lotus Orb, but potentially you could make a really big counterplay against the Sanking. You can remove the Fatal Bonds, you can reflect like Lotus Orb back. Like, if he uses Fatal Bonds, like, it could potentially just be devastating.
Yeah.
Then
Looking at Neon and up 10k, they've really been, their spell use has been really good. Strike out the team. They're gonna go to the Haunt. Yopaj out by himself. He uses the Burrow Strike. He might die for this. The Chaos Conquering comes in. He's gonna force step himself away from the fight with BKB pop here by both the Ring King as well. The Death Rock, they can throw it. They look over play hard. Taking the first life out of the hands of the great King Palace. Taking 4 options. Center down with the Burrow Strike. False Promise is gonna be there on the Palos. Yomino gets hit with the arrow. Meteor Hammer down. They get the kill on the Death Prophet. They look over and not 2. The Burrow Strike hitting out of the Oracle as well as the Ring King once again. Will be Palos gone. He just had buyback,
He
but
just
he
bought
does
back.
it.
He just bought back on a Centaur and died again. They killed pretty much everyone. They killed the 5 heroes. Oracle did not go down in that fight. It was a fight with Arcane Rune on that Prophet, but still not enough. Like, Arcane Rune plus a Spell Prism doesn't have a buyback for 40 seconds. Roshan will respawn in 30, so they have enough to take 1 set of barracks and potentially go Rosh or just end the game. Centaur's gone for 70.
Palos will buy back.
Dire's structures are
Look at this
fortified.
replay as, yeah, you can see Palos lost his life. Yowie going and
Dire's
trying to
top tower
survive.
is
Burrow
under
Strike
attack.
in with the epicenter. It hits on 2. They've got the
Dire's
follow-up
top
here. The
tower
Meteor
is
Hammer, the
falling.
upheaval slow, the arrows coming
Dire's
in.
top barracks are
And then
under
another
attack.
good Burrow Strike with that Ags, enough to
Dire's
reach both
top barracks
RR
are
as
falling.
well as Palos.
Yeah, lowering the cooldown on the
Dire's
Burrow
top
Strike with
barracks
level
is
20
falling.
talent and this Timeless Relic. Like, it deals so much damage. Ether Lens done, so even more cast range. Second set of barracks gone for Execration.
Yeah, and OB.Neon has done a good job of, like, putting it all together. Burrow Strike with Chaotic Offering coming down at like the same time. They've also got the Fatal Bonds.
Yeah, they lose this Roshan, and they're not there on time. Centaur is still gone for 5 seconds. Cheese ages, and was it Ags or was it Refresher?
Shard.
It was a Refresher, so potentially double Golem, double Fatal Bonds, upheaval. It's just gonna hurt.
They've given him the Refresher. He's going into the MKB. He's got a Silver Edge.
Oh, he's gonna find it.
Well,
Yeah, the crit
Great
sack.
Fire Blast. They've got the stun, but Burrow Strike from quite a distance away. They've got the Moonlight Shadow as well. They're going to halt for this. They'll look over at Palos. The Spirit Vessel's on him. The rest of the team needs to start to react to this as they'll move over and use that Exorcism. Burrow Strikes in. Starstorm down. Palos still surviving. Fortune's in on him. So he's got that second life ready to go. Look over at XctN. The right clicks in, but finally the reincarnation is going to be found. The arrow is going to be taken in by BDC. They look to kill this
Earth Spirit. They'll get themselves the chaotic offering down. They've only killed off the Earth Spirit so far. Right clicks on a CTN. They've got the Burrow Strike on a Nico on the back lines.
Palos is gonna drop.
PKB. Palos low. There he goes. And it's 2 minutes on the sidelines. Arrow lands on a RR. They've got the Burrow Strike to follow it up after that profit. QB's already been called. So this is all just ceremonial as the first game goes to OB.Neon.
Radiant
OB.Neon with the off-lane treant managed.